Marina News. My name is Zhen Jiayi. Today we will report on the latest event and concern in Singapore of year 2023. Singapore recently faced payment issue when trying to pay using DBS and CT transactions. This has caused a total of 2.5 million invalid transactions. Reporter Yuan Fan will tell us more.
Hello everyone, I want to update you on what's been happening with DBS Bank in Singapore. It's been a bit a rough patch for them recently. So back in October, specifically on 14th, they had this big problem system outage, which was a major headache. People couldn't use their online banking, ATMs, or other payment services. Imagine that, right in the middle of your day-to-day transactions. The problem was due to some issues at the data center, and it was pretty widespread across Singapore. The craziest part, about 2.5 million transactions couldn't be proceed because of this. That's a lot of frustrated customers.
我记得那天印象特别深刻，然后当时我准备去吃饭，然后在付款的时候发现我的 DBS 的卡刷不了了，然后当时身上也没有现金，然后我本来打算去DBS 的银行去取现金，结果发现 ATM 机也崩了，所以我只能打电话让我的朋友帮我送现金，甚至那天我非常担心我有没有办法回家。
And because this isn't the first time DBS has this issue like this, the MAS has even increased the risk weight on their assets. That's a big deal in the banking world. In a nutshell, it's been a challenging time for DBS Bank. They had to work hard to get everything back online and restore services. It just goes to show how important it is for banks to have strong, reliable systems. Especially when so many of us rely on digital banking these days. Let's hope they have learned their lessons and things will go to be smoother from here on out.
Students and graduates have more consideration in their future prospects. Some are planning to further their studies while the rest are facing some challenge in their career choices. Reporter Lu Bolin will share more.
Hi everyone, I'm reporter Lu Bolin from Marina News. Today we will focus on future option of graduating students. How do they plan for the future when faced with decision to continue their studies or enter the workforce? Let's find out.
Let's hear from those young people who are about to enter society and how they are planning the future. The first intervenee is a student from Singapore Management University, major in commerce.
After graduation, I intended to enter the workforce, looking for job opportunities related to my field. Challenges include finding the right job opportunity and preparing for interviews, as well as updating to the workplace environment.
While the others, a computer science major from Kaplan College, has chosen a different path to face the challenge of the workplace head-on.
I plan to pursue postgraduate studies. I believe this will open more doors in my career. After graduation, I intend to enter the workforce, looking for job opportunities related to my field.
Whether it's continue their education or study or cancel, each graduate is paving the way for their future. Then today's report. Thank you for your watching.
Singapore is ranked the first in the world as the most fatigued country, passing Japan and China. The country have a fatigue score of 7.20 out of 10 due to several concerning factors. Reporter Wei Liting will tell us more.
1,238 annual working hours. Singapore was ranked second in the world for amount of time dedicated to work, behind Mexico. As mental health stigma persists, 2/3 of people in a study fear career repercussion if bosses know about their mental health.
When you're working long hours, then you will feel very tired, you have fatigue, you will have exhaustion very easily. I truly understand that because I woke up in the morning at around 8 to 9, then after I go to school, I'll still have to go back home, wash up and go to work.
A lot of my clients are in their 30s, especially in the CBD area, a lot of working professionals, executives. So all of them share with me like the concerns. It's hard to stay active, have a hobby outside with the jobs.
Excessive phone screen time, averaging 7 hours and 2 minutes in Singapore, contributes to fatigue and reduced sleep.
I feel that we are going at a breakneck speed, our economy and our lives, so that even when you do really put your head on the pillow to sleep, you cannot sleep because there are just too many things going on.
The government acknowledges mental health as a pervasive issue and has recently introduced the National Mental Health and Well-being Strategy. The doctors will promote mental health services, aiding identification of individuals with conditions like depression. All new clinics aim to offer such services by 2030.
International students are facing rising costs of rents in Singapore. There are possibilities of these students being unable to cope with their study and afford daily needs. Reporter Zhang Luyi will share more on this.
Hello everyone, I'm Zhang Li, today's reporter. International students are facing rising costs of rents in Singapore. There are possibility of these students being unable to cope their studies and afford daily needs.
For many international students, they come to Singapore with hopes and dreams, but they are facing the pressure of life caused by rising rents. Some students said that they had to cut spending in other areas to cope with rising rents.
Singapore's rent has increased, and I will need to pay more rent, which has increased my cost of living. It forces me to spend more time and energy searching for housing, which has a certain interference with my studies and daily life.
Also, the Singapore government has taken a series of regulatory measures to curb rising house price and rents. The effort seems to be limited. Contracts of the intermediary are all formulated by the company, and the tenants have no right to modify them. All benefits are beneficial to intermediaries. There are no regulations to protect tenants.
The above is the reality faced by international students. We hope that the government and the relevant institutions can pay close attention to the problem and take measures to ensure that international students can better integrate into the new environment. Finally, thank you for watching and have a good day.
Do not forget to bring your own shopping bag when you head to the supermarket. Singapore is now practicing environmental practices in charging for every plastic bag provided during shopping in hope to encourage people to recycle their bags. Reporter Xu Ranzhi will share with us more.
Everyone, I'm reporter Xu Ranzhi from Marina News. Since the Singapore's plastic ban policy, now the supermarket they don't hope to provide a free plastic bag. So today we hope to interview some passerbys and ask them about these questions. Hi, excuse me.
Yes.
I hope to do a small interview with you about since the Singapore's plastic ban policy, the supermarket they don't provide the free plastic bag now. So I hope to ask you, do you think it hurt your shopping experience?
No more affect my shopping experience because now I'm also bring my own plastic bag. I'm very happy to use the paper bag more than plastic bag.
Do you think the plastic ban policy can really help the government to solve the plastic problem about the environment?
Yeah, of course, have more helping on the environment. Reduce the plastic using. I think is a sustainable environment. Okay.
Do you think the plastic ban policy can really help the government to save the plastic problem?
I think it's still useful, but still many plastic packing in our life environments, such as some plastic beverage cups or plastic packing bags. So need to more changes.
With hotel banquet prices rising and family tradition to follow, are young couples coping well to plan for their wedding? Reporter Zhong Han will share more insight on this.
Weddings mark a once-in-a-lifetime occasion that blends joy with stress. In Singapore, the well-known fact is that weddings come with a hefty price tag, with hotels increasing banquet prices by up to 10% to tackle inflation and higher labour costs in 2023. Typically, 40% of a wedding budget is allocated to a venue with a minimum cost of $50,000 for a hotel wedding.
The rising cost, sometimes the burden is more on the guests because the guests might feel pressure to pay the same amount.
In addition to the financial strain, adhering to Chinese wedding customs, including early morning preparations, adds to the challenges faced by young couples. Gate crashing and tea ceremony with parents before finishing the day at a wedding banquet reflects a heightened sense of formality.
Family tradition have to be managed between family because different family have different requests. Money during the tradition is something that can be discussed and must be said because some parents might have a certain amount they wanted and whether is it a very high amount might not be affordable. Everything was so hectic that it was just done in a rush.
couples will need to spend more time to plan for their wedding and arrange for the most efficient way and keep their wedding less stressful.
During the event itself, if you plan it well enough and you have a good bridal team to help you execute it out, it's actually not that stressful.
This is reporter Zhong Han, Marina News.
And this is all for today's news. Thank you for watching.